Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 23rd, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see here, Aries, what the cards have to say for you. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Oh, goodness. Okay. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic. All right. We are crowned with, oh, the lovers. This is Gemini energy. So this full moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius' sister sign is Gemini. So there's something about this full moon that's bringing out like a very loving. I'm just seeing it as a very loving connection to the sister sign. So that is absolutely beautiful. Gemini energy is also going to play very well for us during this time. So if we have Gemini in our chart, if we have Gemini in our life, this is going to come through very positively and very powerfully. Now, we are also embracing what we love. Love is going to be really important to us. Like, I love doing this. I love doing that. I don't love this. I don't love that. Those are the words you're going to use. Very emotive words during this time is going to be very powerful for you, Aries. Embracing what you feel, not lusting after things. You're going to very much be aware of the distance, the difference, yes, in the distance of feeling, right? That makes sense. Of love versus love. I mean, lust versus love during this time. So just being aware of this is going to be important. There's also a duality to us and a real power of words. Now, very strong also Mercury energy is coming forward because we have Virgo here. Virgo and Gemini are both ruled by Mercury. So our voice, travel, that's coming through very, very powerfully. The hermit is needing to connect with ourselves. It's not needing to be in the midst of everything. Even if we're in the midst of everything, we need to be in the quiet of our own soul. We need to connect with us to turn inward. And that's going to be really, really important and really beneficial. One of the best things we can do for ourselves. We then have the Emperor. Aries, this is us. We are represented by the Emperor in the major arcana. And I have to say, I love this Emperor so much. This is my first time seeing the Emperor. And that is just so beautiful. Look at that. Look at him with the kingdom on his head, the branches growing out of his mustache as his mustache, moving forward, the crown here, but it's the kingdom first, right? And the forest around him, the blooms in the forest. So there's just this connection with nature. There's this connection with, I am always linked to what I am ruling, what I am building, what I am moving towards, and and going around during this time, like what's going around me and what I'm an intricate part of. It brings us then to the there are two emperors. Did I know that? I saw this emperor before. I've seen this card before. Did I realize this? No, I didn't. And here, oh, can we be in conflict with ourselves? Actually, never had this happen before where I have two emperors in a deck. I love it. I love it. Ooh, something new. Yeah, we're in a bit of conflict with ourselves right next to each other too. So that's really interesting. As we go in, we see the two faces of ourselves, the face that we show to the world, the face that we, try to do everything right by. And then the shadowed self comes forward and, it's the darkness of us. It's also maybe even being a little bit tired of the game, being a little bit tired of people and, you know, things that we feel like we're needing to manipulate to have it be just right or just so. And I'm not saying that we're manipulative. That's not what Spirit is saying at all. What Spirit is saying is that, we can be a little bit frustrated with the people around us, a little bit frustrated with the guidance that is needed, or, everything like that. It's like, oh, I just wish people would stop. I'm just seeing the energy of, I wish people would stop needing me. So being aware of this, Aries, is going to be important as well. But also seeing the benevolent ruler side of ourselves, but also the tyrant side of ourselves coming forward. And that's very interesting. That's very powerful. It brings us to judgment. Yeah, not to judge ourselves. Right now we have all major arcana cards, right? And two of them are us. Out of the five so far. So here with judgment, it is a connection with ourselves. It is knowing that our angels are moving us towards so much more than we thought we were capable of or we thought was possible. It brings us then to the moon. And the moon is this the moon represents Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is like absolutely intertwined with this full moon in Sagittarius. And so this is going to be a time where our dreams come forward very intensely and our psyche is coming forward very intensely. We're looking at things very differently. This would be a great time if we could, just have a little bit of a break or be able to just move at a little bit of a slower pace, even though we're going to be really good in high stress situations. We're going to be really good in getting things done. But just to sit and connect with us, this is going to be important. It moves us then up to our only minor arcana card, and this is the Six of Pentacles reversed. Things aren't in balance, and we can see that with the duality of ourselves coming forward. We need to be in balance, and we're going to be seeking out balance. And this is going to be especially in our waking world. We want things to be in balance. We want to just even have the knowledge of things in our world as we move forward. And with the Six of Pentacles here, it's knowing that some things just aren't going to be fair. They aren't going to be balanced. They aren't going to move the way that we thought they would. So just be aware of that. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sundays. So good luck to everyone. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's all been updated, and I think you guys will be very pleased with what you see there. It moves us here to spontaneous. We do want to be spontaneous. We want to have a little bit of fire, a little bit of magic in our lives. That's going to be a very good thing, and it's going to be a very positive thing. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is dreams reverse. So even though this is a very powerful time for our dreams, okay, we can have a hard time connecting with our third eye chakra, which can mean that we have a hard time, Aries, connecting with our dreams fully, powerfully, and, abundantly. So just being mindful about this, working on kind of like tapping that third eye can also be a really good way to open it. But also looking here and connecting with the purple energy of the third eye, seeing that energy move through our bodies, but also connecting with spirit, saying that there's a lot in this world that I don't know. And there can be a lot in this world that is overwhelming. But as I step into my dreams, as I connect with my unconscious self, I see myself. I connect with my intuition. I connect with my intuitive self, which is astoundingly strong and astoundingly beautiful. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is Cernunnos. So Cernunnos is the devil reversed here. And so it's just like, hey, listen, be really mindful of devil energy coming forward. Be mindful of, addictions, manipulations coming forward. The devil is a conglomeration of chaos gods. Okay. Devil also represents Capricorn energy, Saturn energy. We can want things to be just so, just right, just in order. Because again, we're combating chaos. And in combating chaos, we have to have order. That's what just needs to be. We can become so overwhelmed that we seek escapism, right? Or we can become so stringent that we don't see the beauty in the world anymore. And so Spirit is saying, Aries, be mindful about this. This is an extraordinary reading, I have to say. With the lovers coming forward, we need to embrace what we love. We need to fall in love with our life. We could be falling in love during this time. And that would be very interesting, especially with another Aries. Okay, just putting that out there, that could be astoundingly interesting because you'll play off each other and you can bring out the best and the worst in each other. So it can be an intense relationship. All right. It might not be long term, though some of you can absolutely make it work. But oh my gosh, is it going to be powerful? But know that the duality of you is coming forward during this time, Aries. And you're not going to necessarily like it because you like the order, you like the structure, you like the rules. You're ruled by Mars, right? Aries and Mars, they're the same thing. Aries and Mars are, the Greek and the Roman, adaptations of each other's pantheon. And so what we're going to be seeing here is the power of us stepping forward, the power of us, moving and also the duality. Like, because if you use that analogy of, the the god of war, right? In Greek and Roman, pantheons, the way they fought was different. The Roman Empire spread across, one could argue, like the known world, right? And they were unstoppable. The Greek time golden age was 50 years. Yes, Rome did fall, absolutely. I mean, but the Greek Roman age was 50 years, and so much beauty came out of 50 years. But also the way of fighting, they were very individualized. Rome, you were Roman. It didn't matter where you were. It didn't matter if you were in Rome or if you were, gosh, when they went out to conquer the Celts, right? And they kind of failed with that. But when they went off to Britain, when they went to Africa, you were Roman. It didn't matter how far away you were. So just being aware of that is just so important. So important. It's like there's going to be parts of us during this time where it's like, okay, I'm part of a bigger picture, a thread in the weaving of a tapestry that is exquisite, that is our world, that is life and its breath. And then we're also going to be very individualistic. It's kind of like, well, this is what I'm going after, and this is what I'm achieving at, and this is what it needs to be done. So just be very mindful about this. There's one homogenous aspect of ourselves, and there's going to be a very individualized aspect of ourselves as well. We need to turn inward. We need to see what we want, but we need to see our hearts, and that's going to be really important. We need to see what we love. And as that comes forward, we are going to know that, yeah, we are being judged. We are judging ourselves, others judge us, absolutely. But also we are connecting with the spiritual realm, meaning also we can see it as we're connecting with angels and spirit out in the ether, but we are also connecting with the spiritual realm of our soul and ourselves, the part of us that has stardust running through our veins. And it brings us to our dreams. It brings us to our moon. And it has us looking at our fears, but it also has a lot of answers coming forward in our dreams. And in what we kind of least expected would be a wealth of knowledge for us, or a resource, or a grounding. This moon is the 6-month revelation of the intentions set on the 12th of December of 2023. So what a full moon is the spotlight put on the intentions that we set in a new moon. And when we set intentions, I always thought for the longest time, that you set an intention and then you had like 15 days to see everything just, unfold exactly the way that you wanted to. So it's pretty instant gratification, driven. But that's not the way the moon works. You set your intention, and then with the new moon in Sagittarius, right, on December 12th, and then you work for 6 months, and that intention stays with you. And you see what you birth forward on the full moon in Sagittarius, which will be on the 23rd of May. So we're looking at things now, and we're going to see ourselves evolving and changing, but you're also going to look back and see a theme in the energy, or in you, from, around the holiday time, right, to now. And it brings us to this place where we've seen our fears, where we've seen ourselves come out of a box that we were put in, a fear that stifled us down. Are we in balance? No, we're not. We see the duality of ourselves coming forward quite brilliantly right here, right now. But we also see the beauty in knowing ourselves, and knowing the tyrannical aspect of us, and also knowing the sacred aspect of us. Both can be sacred at times, right? And here with the Emperor, I mean, it's always moving in a place of love and respect and connection and kindness. But it's the sacred masculine energy. And that's when people say the sacred masculine, people connect with that easier. It can be because we have, we're taught that God is male, right? But it can just be that we can see that force differently in our world, right? Then we can see the force of the sacred feminine. And so here with the Emperor, we need to embrace that sacred masculine energy, but we also need to see what scares us about it. And if we do the meditation, sacred masculine, sacred masculine, sacred masculine, just chant it. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and chant sacred masculine, sacred masculine, sacred masculine. Does it provoke fear? Does it provoke power? Do you feel comfortable in that energy? Or do you feel like, you know what, maybe I just go to the sacred feminine energy and see how that one feels? Because then we go to the sacred feminine energy and we compare and contrast. We chant that. We say sacred feminine, sacred feminine, sacred feminine, and we see what comes forward. Do we feel comfortable with that? Do we feel smothered? Do we feel ignored? Do we feel, what do we feel? Do we feel loved? Do we feel loved with either one of these energies? And this is going to be a moon here, Aries, that makes us see ourselves. Now, this full moon is all about joy and intention. And we have the joy here. We have the love here. We have the turning inward here, being very intentional in ourselves. We have ourselves seeing ourselves in a way that is unbelievably profound. And with a Sagittarius full moon, the Sabian symbolism of this time is the little child learning how to walk, which can seem like a time of struggle or a time of aggravation. Kids pull everything down, they get hurt, they tumble. It's an overwhelming time. But it is also a huge milestone time for them. We all go through these huge milestones that we don't even realize, we don't remember. And here, during this time, it's like we're learning how to walk. There is something big that we don't even realize we're going through, and we're getting our footing. We're gaining a greater understanding. We're grounding ourselves in this energy and in our souls and in us in a way that makes us a powerhouse, in a way that makes us say, I'm Aries, and I am unstoppable. Our subconscious spirit message here is breathe. Take time and breathe in, breathe out, center yourself. That is going to be important. We're going to rush, do, but we need just time to breathe in quiet. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is personal power reversed. And this is the solar plexus chakra. And here, with personal power reversed, it's like we're not seeing our power, even though we're coming through so strongly, double Aries energy here. We're coming through so strongly. And yet we have a hard time seeing our power. We have a hard time seeing us, connecting with our gut energy, our gut instinct, and being mindful about that. Being very aware of the foods we feed our tummy, being very aware of listening to ourselves. We can, if you go in if you take your fingers like this, sorry, just hit my mic. But you see how I'm interlacing my fingers, and you rub around your stomach, okay, clockwise. And you do that just like, to the count of 30. You can do it for, a minute. You can do it for 2 minutes. You can do it to the count of 10 if you feel like it, but just connecting with that solar plexus chakra, that is going to be really important in opening up the blockage there. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the high priestess. Somebody else is going to want us to see things exactly the way that they see things. And it's not necessarily going to be our way. So just be mindful about this. We can also have a hard time with the sacred feminine energy. So we come through with such powerful sacred masculine energy and the high priestess. And also, in earlier renditions of the tarot, the high priestess was the female pope. So whether you believe in the myth, the legend of Pope Joan or not, there's power there. There is power there in that, and almost forbidden power as well. So looking at that and seeing, having the veil lifted from our eyes and seeing what we truly love and who we truly are and what we truly want, that's going to be big. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And this is emotional manipulation. So when the King of Cups is reversed, this is emotional manipulation through power. So just being aware of this. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So being aware of this, like, my way over the highway type of thing, or this person who ostracizes if you don't toe the line type of thing. So yeah. All right. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, Aries. This moon is in Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Aries, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.